Is we live, y'all? Is we live? Is we live, y'all? What's happening? Is we live, y'all? Is we live? Is we is or is we ain't? You know, before I get the show started, let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. For those who is in here with me right now, let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. I know the Lady Bird show is probably going on. Everybody's still probably over there at the Lady Birds. But let's see. Oh, we got some more people here. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me, where y'all calling from. Well, where y'all listening at. I keep on saying calling like I'm going to talk show. Or like a radio station. Let me know where y'all are listening from. Let me know where you're listening from. What platform you're listening from too. Like where you at? What platform are you using? Are you using Facebook? Are you using YouTube? Twitter? I don't know. But at the end of the day, we chill. You know what I'm talking about? So let me know if y'all can hear me. So right now I got sup AFN, Smooth, 78 said, what's up? Dre Woods, what's up, man? The victory will be much needed. We gotta make winning a comfortable mindset. We gotta make winning a comfortable mindset. But I'm gonna tell you, and this is probably like the psychology behind the mindset. You got to get familiar with what's uncomfortable so you can address it and improve what's uncomfortable. Like somebody like Michael Penix, who's uncomfortable doing certain things in the pocket or just staying in the pocket or making certain decisions and certain reads, you got to make him feel uncomfortable and be comfortable feeling uncomfortable to improve, because they say practice makes perfection. Once you do something a certain amount of times, you eventually get good at it. And that's just food for thought. What's happening, everybody's? I got 10 eyes on me. What's happening, man? Look, it's Tuesday. I was like, dang, this week I could have sworn yesterday, like we was just coming off Sunday, man. I skipped past Monday. I skipped to my Lou past Monday. But for those that don't know me, I am the Lochness from the Lochness podcast. And this is Tuesdays. Let's talk about it with the Lochness. Today's show is about, did the Atlanta Falcons improve, or like did we beat an injured team? Did we beat an injured team, or did we improve? I had this conversation with a couple of people that came across my way at my job, so I felt like I would want to go ahead and have this conversation with y'all. So let's get this thing started. We lit, we live, we out chill. This is your boy the Lochness from the from the Lochness podcast, AFN, Atlanta Falcon Nation LLC. You know what I'm talking about, boy. You know, hey, we here. Salute. D Common says salute. What's happening, my G? So doesn't it feel good when you a win just feels better? Like when we was leaving a Mercedes-Benz Stadium, everybody was walking. It just felt good walking back with a win. It was some commanders, some commies. It was some commies up there, some commanders. That was, you never, when somebody beat you, they'll say some stuff like, "You didn't beat us by less than more than a touchdown." It's like, you lost though, because if we would have lost, they would have had their little whole little thing going on. What about those Falcons? And all they would have said, they would have said, they would have had a parade in our face and stuff. Start dancing. Damn, dog. When you lose, you feel like Lamar Jackson. Now, he different. I don't even want to talk about it. Some people you got to be mentally tough. You feel me? Some people you got to be mentally tough. Hence is the reason why some people say we got our. We talked about it too. Somebody even said it too, like about Carolina, how they beat us, and damn right they beat us, for sure. But then turn around and come back the next week and go back to their normal scheduled programming. They getting smacked around. For sure. You know what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, man, like nobody showed up for that game. And I honestly believe like it was a lot more going on behind the scenes within that Carolina game, or since the week 1, that affected our offense, because our defense was in that game in Carolina, and it held us as far as they could. And you think about it, until Michael Penix threw that pick 6, we were still holding on with hope. You know what I'm saying? Our defense was still letting, they wasn't really doing too much of anything. And then, like, the funny thing about it is, when we do more on our offense, we do more. We hold the time of possession. Time of possession. We win in the time of possession. Sometimes if you lose in the turnover battle, like you got more turnovers than you should, that's a losing recipe. So clearly got to clean that up. But I do appreciate everybody for coming up in here. So far, like I said, this show is about, did the Atlanta Falcons improve or did we beat an injured team? Everybody always got these woulda, coulda, shouldas. If Terry McLaurin was there, Jaden Daniels was there, whoop de whoop. You know what I'm talking about? If these people were there, it would have been different. That's any team. Sometimes you can't beat the team at their best. The next man up. Hell, we got people hurt. It's just the excuse people use on why they're getting their ass whooping. Because the Atlanta Falcons, although their special teams was kind of, it was certain things on the special teams. It was just like, what are you doing? And we got a plan on, I feel like we got a plan for these mobile quarterbacks. I think we get so lost in the prevent aspect of the game, like a Marcus Mariota, he ran. It was like certain third downs, we could have got them off the field, and this dude runs for 14, 15, 16 yards to get it's 3rd and 14, and he picks up the 14 yards. We have to improve on our third down percentage. And I think we're not bad. We're not bad, but we're not, like, it's almost to the point this defense can be we're like 14 by the analytics of stats. This defense is like 14, which is way more improved than being 29 or 30 or 30 or 31 like we were last year. You know what I'm talking about? NFL full of pros, it don't matter, next man up. Yeah, absolutely. The next man up. That's why they pay these men, millions and millions of dollars. It shouldn't be no excuse. You would think. So like I said, the conversation I was having with someone was, it's because it's always something. It's like we can't just win. It's gonna be like when we beat Minnesota. It was like, y'all beat Minnesota, but y'all offense, y'all didn't score. Y'all can even score a touchdown. Like, I mean, they was like, it took y'all a minute. It's like, y'all had to kick nothing but field goals. And I was like, but look what our defense did. Oh man, JJ's a rookie, so he can be a rookie, but Michael Penix can't be a rookie. You know what I'm saying? In his 7th start, this man haven't even did a whole year yet. When week 14 come around, at the end of week 14, that will be 17 games this man has played, and then we'll start giving him a fair evaluation of him not being a rookie. Can we do that? Can we do that about Michael Penix? Because I feel like, honestly, people don't understand. They don't give this man a fair shake. It's like they almost loved it when he was messing up against Carolina. But when he does something like how he did this past Sunday, where he made one of the worst throws he ever, and he threw that game, was one of the ones that pick. It's like he threw it where he should have floated it over the receiver, so over the defender, so only the receiver can get it. But how he threw it, the dude just athletics just grabbed it, and I seen what he had him dead to rights. He had him dead to rights. It was just that receiver was just athletic, and he just jumped up there, and he didn't really put no float on it. He didn't put no touch. That's what they call it. He didn't put no touch on the ball. And pause that. And the interception happened. Now, true enough, Xavier Watts snagged that thing out of the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are here, man. Like, this defense is here. Let's not pretend like this defense ain't here. You said he didn't jump? Bro, you said he didn't jump. Bro, he jumped, bro. If I'm not mistaken, he jumped. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure they got a video of it. I could have sworn he jumped. He said probably 2 inches. Hey, they're still jumping though. There it is. It was 24-13. That's what I'm saying, bro. We was giving them the business, bro. Real talk. Because of his progressions. Yeah. Dude jumped the route, bro. He jumped the route. I was in the stadium, bro. I was like right there. I mean, he jumped the route because he jumped the route. And it was a pass that he threw it like a rocket when he just needed to float that thing up there. But no worries, bro. No worries. And Mike Hughes got burned, I believe. He said, why is Mike Hughes still? Because we have to have somebody like what AJ is doing, he's doing. Billy Bowman, Bates, Xavier Watts, they need to roam free and do what they do. So Hughes, the Alfred, like them guys are filler guys. They're like team guys. Those guys are guys that I feel they're not like what we say they're serviceable. A Mike Hughes is serviceable. A D Alford is serviceable. They're not going to be. It's like they'll give you a few splash plays, maybe a breakup. Mike Hughes missing tackles. Sometimes they over pursue. Sometimes mentally, you thinking about I don't want to get hurt. So sometimes that's when you start seeing those arm tackles and stuff like that. and nobody's hitting like Helms and going down like Hitman Helms. So understanding that sometimes you guys they be doing these arm tackles and stuff because they try not to get hurt. I'm gonna be 100%. But I don't think I'm gonna have anybody on this show today. I'm gonna make this show kind of short because we got a bye week coming up. Give us a rest. We needed this win. We needed this win. It wasn't a must win like people think. People were saying it was a must win. How? Going into the 4th game of the season and you still got 13 other games. How is this a must win? It's like it's not going to be like this doesn't make or break the season. It's still the beginning of the season. For some reason, people don't understand the concept. We got 17 weeks. You know what I'm talking about? Southside was happening. Hughes is not serviceable because he's our number 2 cornerback, or if only serviceable, that's a problem. No, he's serviceable. That's it. He's just a filler guy. Like I just said, he's a filler guy until AJ gets back. These are the conversations that they're gonna have on the bye week. Like, this dude ain't doing what we doing. Hey, let's bring somebody up. Hey, Kobe Bryant, let's bring you up. Maybe give you some reps. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes just because you're a starter doesn't mean you can lose that position. You can start because you've got experience over somebody that's a rookie, and then you might hold a position where we don't have enough cornerbacks, maybe, or cornerback by committee. You know what I'm saying? So you said Victory Tuesday. Really, just me, man. It's like Victory Sunday, and now it's on to the next one. Like, hey, it's on to the next one. You know, home team. Yo, what's happening? Blackberry K. No C, just a K. What's happening? But my understanding is, like I said, bro. We got the win Sunday. It was a commanding win. You see how I did that? Pun intended. It was a commanding win. You see how I did that? Big facts. Your boy good. I'm just a metaphor Mozart. I got the gift, the gab, you know. But understand that game, honestly, was almost already out of hand. What made and what people don't understand, even also with them letting them score, they went into a prevent defense. Some people don't understand coaching. A lot of people around me in the nest, sometimes they're like, hey man, do this and do this. I'm like, whoa. We have the lead. There's no pressure on us to score. There's pressure on them. So when you get up a couple of scores, what that means is some teams, they got to deviate from their game plan. When you deviate from your game plan, that means whatever game plan you had going in, you're going to start second guessing yourself. So the quarterback is going to start second guess. They're going to, okay, we was doing this. We can't do this. Now I got to, you know. But when you play prevent defense on any pro quarterback, or just any quarterback anyway, if you give them time to sit back there in the pocket and go through their progressions, they're going to start finding an open man in the soft zone spots. It's just what makes sense. And if you keep doing the same type of defense, they're going to find the soft spots. He said, yeah, the big facts. They commanded that win. Big facts. So what is understood doesn't need to be explained. That's what they say. So understanding that, I'm gonna throw this up here. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it now. Play to win and not the clock. Sometimes they get in the habit of, you remember when the Patriots used to run up them skull on people. They used to be like, that's messed up. They scoring, and it's like, stop us. You can't stop us. Sit down. What up, Maji? Mucho grande, mucho Solomon grande. But yeah, yeah. If you can't stop us, that's on you. That's your team. Be your team better. I don't know why we get to a point, and I get it, and I also get it. Like we're already up, and people are like, "Why are you taking your foot off the gas?" And you playing the clock. We're already be winning the time of possession. It's like our stats don't tell the story of the game sometimes. Like we'll be like the Tampa Bay game, we was leading, I think everything we was leading in, but we still lost. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Carolina game, they weren't really doing too much of nothing. It was just that we couldn't do nothing. They didn't do anything. They moved the ball down, but wasn't getting any points on the board. You know what I'm talking about? So it's frustrating to be having better stats, but you ain't got enough rings. You know what I'm talking about? You got better stats, but you ain't got the wins to go with. So that's kind of a disservice to, the team, even on offense, or a disservice to the defense, because if the defense is holding people back and then you got people that we just not getting it done, obviously this wasn't that case. But so I don't like when they do the I call it the Mike Smith. Y'all remember head coach Mike Smith? He used to do that. We'll get up in the score. They'll try to take away how much time we have, but then our defense will allow us scoring. Now we don't have time to come back and score on our own time. I don't like the whole playing to prevent defense. I feel like if you want to apply pressure, at least somebody coming in, somebody. And then it's the thing, if you're going to play a prevent defense and they're still catching the ball, at that point, that's not a strong suit. But like I said, if the pressure is on the other team to score, you are trying to get them to make a mistake. But if you're allowing a pro quarterback to sit back there, or any type of quarterback that has enough time to just go through their progression, they're going to find somebody. What's happening? But it's irritating to be good and lose. You are absolutely correct. You be like, man, we gotta. Oh, we like our Tampa Bay game. Can y'all imagine that Tampa Bay game? We shouldn't have put it in the hands. If we already know Koo is iffy, we should have never put it in his hands to get us into overtime at all. Once we got the go-ahead score, when we went up by a touchdown, we should have clicked. It should have clicked in our heads to say, "Hey, bro, we're not going to play no prevent defense to try to stop them from going over the top." Especially a Baker Mayfield, who's going to use his legs and do all these other things, these backyard type stuff, and score or extend plays, and we know we can apply the pressure, especially when we ain't had it for years. It's almost like it's crazy, like how we looked against JJ McCarthy. They put they pinned their ears back, and they was like 6, 5, 6, 6, 7. It was like they were throwing so many different. They were stacking the box, and it was like, oh shit, like they coming for us, and they were showing blitz, and they drop back. Do that. Make them second guess what you're doing. It's like they say about our offense. We're so predictable. And they said it, man. They even said it that we're so predictable. The commentators was going ahead and saying what we was about to do. Okay, they lined up in a pistol. Algiers back there. They're finna give it to Algier in the middle, or they finna give it to Bijan in the middle on a run play, and it gets stuffed. And it was like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are we doing, bro? It's like stuff like that that's not good. Like, to me, I feel like we need to do better at. Let's get the play action going. They know we got a running team. I tell people all the time, we're a passing team that can run. The reason I said we was a passing team that can run, because we're gonna pass the ball Everybody's saying, oh, our identity is running the ball. That's not what they're trying to do. I told you, we're going to be a passing team that can run. Just based off of having somebody named Zach Robinson that comes from a passing team that could not run as much. Hey, everyone in the chat, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hey, Auntie. I feel like NFL rigged and they follow the script because they ain't no way. Bro, I was hey man, that's a different conversation, man. That's a different conversation. But I just don't like us playing the clock. I want us to go ahead. If we got the momentum, I don't know why we're doing this. Like I said it last year and I'm saying it again. Situations where we should put Algier in, we put Bijan in. In situations where we should put Bijan in, we put Algier in. Then once we put Algier in, we don't change what we're doing. They do the same thing that is almost predictable, and he's getting stopped. Algier is the wrecking ball. If you got 3rd and 1, and you always trying to go behind that tight end, I would honestly say if it's 3rd and 1, okay, and you've been stuffed, right? Okay, on a 2 and 2, and you get on a 2 and 1, and you get 3rd and 1. My mindset is I'm gonna have Algier. I'm gonna fool them. I'm gonna have Algier and Bijan out in the backfield, because then they're gonna be like, "Who's finna get it? Who's finna get it?" I have the tight end come around, snap the ball, Algier run. There be another additional blocker with the tight end. Toss it to Bijan. Let him use his speed to go outside. So you got 2 blockers definitely with the line shifting with you. The line might even can shift everybody this way, and you got 2 additional blockers and Bijan's behind them to get 1 yard. I'm not even an offensive coordinator, but I would scheme that up. Like, no, that don't make sense. Exactly. So that's my thing. So with that being said, when you in them 3rd and 1 situations, I have Bijan and Algier here. You can even have Mooney on this side. And if you can just do a little quick little pretend like you finna get Algier in, Bijan the ball, toss that thing to Mooney. Have the tight end shift, come over to the side, and then snap the ball. Have Mooney, toss it to Mooney. And then you got Algier, tight end, and Bijan on some blocking, along with the other people blocking. And put Kyle Pitts over there too, all on blocking for 1 yard. I can tell you what we did improve on this week was my guy was throwing the ball out. Like, he wasn't taking unnecessary sacks. You know, that's one thing I feel like he be doing. It's like sometimes the line don't hold up and he just dropped down and you like, you know, and then it's 2nd and 20, 2nd and 19. But besides that play, if he wouldn't never thrown that interception, they probably would have gave him a higher rating. I really don't care about QB ratings and all that stuff as long as we got the dub. You feel me? As long as we got the dub, that's all I care about. But now, let's talk about this. Zach Robinson go bye-bye. I said that. Like, I don't know why they do this. They did this during the Shanahan time when they asking this man about San Francisco in the middle of a Super Bowl. We finna go to the Super Bowl. You asking this man about San Francisco is diabolically disrespectful. You asking Kyle Shanahan about being a head coach of another team in the middle of a Super Bowl, about to go to a Super Bowl, and you focus on, you think you want to entertain. Let me talk about going to another team. This reminds me of that all over again. That's what this reminds me of. Let's talk about this dude going into that college team, whoop de whoop, blase, blase, blase. And I'm like, for what? Oh, you know who will be a good head coach? Zach Robinson. What they got against the Falcons, bro? I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm gonna be 100%. Let's be 100%, y'all. Before this win, we wanted Zach Robinson out, right? Can we agree to that? Before this win, we wanted him gone. So him going to go be a college head coach, blessings on your journey. Blessings on your journey. One reason, like, they had TJ Yates and Zach Robinson down there on the sideline, made me believe that, change is gonna come. How do y'all feel about Zach Robinson possibly going to go coach a college team, and we losing him in the middle of the season? Because I don't know if it's because college just started, so if they just fire him, he's gonna be gone soon. He still got some. They probably done got his lemon pepper plate already. So I'm not even gonna really. I'm really not gonna. I just want to know what y'all think about that right there. I really don't really care, because before this, we was asking for that man. We were asking for his head. You know what I'm talking about? Pause that. But him leaving and going on. How do y'all feel like if he leaves? Do you feel like we will be affected? Like, he go coach for the college team. Will this offense be affected? See, that's and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like we're not going to be. They talked about Raheem Morris having a big coaching staff. Pause that. That's pause the God of that. He had a coaching staff that had more people on his coaching staff than everybody else. Pause that. That's crazy. That don't even sound right. But so when you're losing coaches like a Ike, like a Hilliard or a Zach Robinson, it's like, well, next man up. You have serviceable people that can fill these needs, see a need and fill a need. So I don't really think we'll be bothered by that, especially with him taking so much heat about how lackluster this offense is. So that's another reason why I feel like he's gonna probably be gone anyway, because it's like you ain't really you so stuck in the pistol. We still doing the pistol. It's just like, bro, let's do some other shit. Like, for real. It's the same on other offensive coordinator we have had 1 and 2 years and gone. So you get it. So I don't feel like it's gonna really change too much of anything, because with my guy leaving, it's just like, okay, in. That's what we say. Okay, in. I mean, I don't know. Like, some of these stuff, like, okay, in. I don't know. It's just, to me, I'm just like, maybe we'll have different formations now. So now we won't just see the pistol all the time. Maybe he'll come up on the center. Pause that. He'll go up on the center, and we'll do some, single back, power backs, power eyes, formations, play actions. A direct snap to Bijan. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. Nothing new. I think we had our receivers doing good last year. We had, like, Mooney and Drake London doing so well. 1,000-yard receivers, I think. we kind of alluded to the fact that they became 1,000-yard receivers, and we was like, where's Kyle Pitts? So now, understand this. If we got a Mooney, a Drake London, and a Kyle Pitts getting 1,000 yards, that means our offense is putting up points, right? Our offense is putting up points. That means we're going to have to deviate from the running game because we're going to be a passing team that can run. We just, this last past game, we just had 2 running touchdowns. Finally. Mind you, before that, Bijan caught the ball, a pass, and then he ran it in for a touchdown. So I really don't care about this right here. More blessings to this journey. The only thing I would care about is if we digress. And then it would be like, we already lack luster. I just feel like somebody said TJ Yates be the offensive coordinator. I mean, if the shoe fits, I say if the shoe fits, buy an outfit and take pictures. Absolutely not. Our red zone efficiency. Our red zone efficiency, bro, is like we're like 29. Our red zone efficiency is trash. For some reason, what do y'all feel like what is it? Besides, because we have the personnel. We have the personnel to make this happen for us. But for some reason, it's like when we get close to the end, I don't think we have plays. I honestly don't think we have plays that will get us there. And I think we need to really focus more on that red zone. Get within, 15, 10 yards. And focus on plays right there. Because sometimes this year, it's like when we get close. It was, what was it, a Carolina game? They couldn't even get past the 30. They get on the Carolina side and stop right at 30 and can get nowhere past that. And that's crazy work. Now, this last past game, we improved, but we're still, it's totality. It's over everything. Some people don't understand it's over everything. It's not a game-by-game basis. It's the total every game. Like every game is culminated to becoming the one number, that we are. And we're 29 in the red zone. 29th in red zone efficiency. And that's not a good look at all. Terrible, actually. More of the same is what they say. More of the same. We look like we're more of the same team. We're a better team. We improved on defensively, but it's more of the same. So what y'all feel like what we can do offensively that will make this make sense? Like people be screaming for stuff like, get Kyle Pitts the ball. I'm like, well, if he's not open, and that's what they was doing when we had Marcus Mariota there. They was telling him to get Kyle Pitts the ball. He threw it in the middle, and Kyle Pitts took that hit and got injured because we were trying to give Kyle Pitts the ball. And Kyle Pitts got him a tug. So, which I'm pretty sure that ignites him a little bit. Like I said, all these guys, man, they looking like they want to get to it. And Penix is looking comfortable in the pocket, which is always an improvement. Like he's like I said, he's been poised. I think that Carolina game, they had a game plan set up that he probably wasn't comfortable doing because that's why his footwork looked weird. It was like they wanted him. They probably told him, "Don't run, stay in the pocket." The game plan was probably something that he was just like wasn't comfortable doing, and it showed up. And then when he wasn't comfortable doing that, and then he had a porous ass game mentally, it took him back. But and they always talk about having confidence in Michael Penix. Like I told people, like I mentioned earlier, after week 14, he would have had a season of games he's played. Actually, it's 15 for us because we got a bye week next week. But so, well, bye week this week. So after week 15, his rookie campaign is over, and then we can start evaluating him as a QB1 that is not a rookie. And I'm pretty sure by week 15, if he's naturally athletically great like we think he is, he's like a QB1 and he's great and he has an arm talent and accuracy like no other. We'll see that in week 15, which is what we need him to grow up. We need him to grow up on the field, which makes more sense. And you do that by making him go out there and experience the game and make the necessary adjustments. Because even if you look at these games, like I said, these games are basically like how we was last year. We're losing. Carolina game was the only, like right now, Carolina game was the only game that we look like dog shit. But that was the only game that we lost. Like literally, it's like we wasn't given opportunity to win. I mean, you would think like when you go out there and play a game, you have the opportunity to win. But you think about how it looked. Like they didn't show up on any facet of that game. Special teams, defense, offense, or anything. So the Tampa Bay game, we had the lead, we couldn't hold it. You know what happened with the Minnesota game, and you know what happens with the Commander game. So the Carolina game, so really we could be 3-1 right now. If everybody was to hold up and show up and do what they need to do, but we just did not. And that's what it looks like. So that's why our bye week, we're going in 2-2. I take that. When you take a 2-2, it's some teams right here. It's a couple of teams that's 0-4. You know what I'm talking about? I believe it's a couple of teams that ain't got no wins. You feel me? Absolutely. Make the easy plays and you get more plays. How about you drop the best play possible for what the defense has been giving you, and then you go out there and you call the best play that's gonna make the easier plays. That's why he should be coaching. That's why he should be coaching college kids. Because tell them, hey man, make the easy plays. Then I'll give you some more plays. Like, what are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Or we can be Baltimore KC. Exactly. 2-2, I'll take that. I'll take 2-2. I'll take 2-2 going into a bye week. Well, we can get a Storm Norton back, possibly. A Braylon Trice comeback and be a part of be effective. Possibly. Oh man, give a shout out to all these people going down this year, bro. Season-ending injuries, bro. What is going on, man? Prayers, bro. Speedy recoveries. Jeez. Well, it's crazy going. It's crazy out there. It's crazy work. But going into this bye week 2-2, what do y'all feel? I'm asking y'all questions, like, because we don't need to talk about the win. We won. Y'all seen we had a commanding effort. You know, we know we won that game. There was no doubt that we won that game. And even in the back end of the game, when they started coming back, it's only because they started playing prevent defense and they was going zone coverage and they stopped rushing. They stopped bringing any heat. They just sat back and say, okay, now we got the lead. What you gonna do? But then you got people like Mike Hughes, then they missing tackles and they letting these long runs happen. It's like, it's crazy work. And I feel like if you got the heat, make the fire, my guy. 2-2 is better than 1-3 or 0-4. Absolutely. And then you think about and sometimes people don't see the silver lining. If you look at the games, Carolina is the only game where we got stumped. Every other game, the other two games that we lost, bro, them games that I swear to you, that Tampa Bay game, I swear, it was like the football guys was giving us every reason to win the game. We just didn't. And I honestly believe it was just a conflict. It's like I said, it's something internal was going on with them coaches. And I feel like they wasn't coming out there with the, I don't know, man. It just felt like Coop kicking and hitting the upright and then falling in and still going good. I'm like, bro, the football guys, they want us to win this game. That's why I was just like, well, we're finna pull this game out, because it was like, what? You know, man, Tyreek could have played again, but he might as well retire. Hey, man. That's why sometimes you just need to be quiet, man. Do your game. Play your game. I'm not a fan of early bye week, but I think it's coming at the perfect time for us. Oh, yeah, because one, it gives us enough time to really assess our players. It gives enough time for us to say, hey, bye, Zach. It gives us enough time to say, hey, you know, this is the win. This is what we look like. This is what we're going to do. And it gives us another week to be like, okay, if dude does leave, we got a week off in a couple of days to actually turn around and fucking, like, let's get some more reps in. Let's get a better game plan. If he leaves, hey, you up, next man up. So this is what we're gonna do. What you see when you was on the, stuff like that. I still knew we would lose to Panther, but I didn't see them not getting off the airplane at all. Oh, I didn't think we was gonna lose to the Panthers. They say those rivalry games, they go either way. I just feel, I don't know, man. I after coming off a dominating defensive showing in Minnesota, I was like, okay, this is how our defense going to get to it. And they deliberately just negated from that. And my mindset is there a coaching issue? Like everybody, they try to make it like, hey, I trust my guys. I trust my coaching staff. This is my team. On the surface, that media, blah, 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 that PR treatment, I ain't really trying to hear that. Because it's night and day with these games. It's night and day. It's like, bro, our offense can't get. You got a hellacious all four starters on your you got 4 number 1 picks for a reason on your offense, and y'all should be getting to it. And that's why I feel like it's a coaching problem. Yeah, it's always ugly when we play there, but they gotta understand, Bryce Young, you rush him, and he'll make your job more easy. Like I said, we pin out, like, play to our strengths is what I say. If we go ahead, if we know we got edge rush by committee, what the hell is Leonard Floyd at? Is it Leonard Floyd? Is he hurt? When you say we are a curse, it comes to the Panthers. We are much better than them. For some reason, it's crazy. Oh, he played? Okay. Did he change his number? I think he probably changed his number. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can take a loss to the Panthers, but I don't want to lose against the Saints at all. 56, I think. Oh, okay. Did he change that though? Or that's his number? He came in. Don't worry. But if he out there, he out there. Okay. So yeah, he is out there. I'm tripping. I'm okay. That's Diablo with 0. Okay. But what is like the mindset to me is we have to win these games that are close. And I like the fact that these games are close because we're going against, the golden boy of the NFL right now. This next time around. And the Bills, they here. They coming here, obviously. Are they unbeatable? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we got to have one of those games where we do a combination of how we look with going against Minnesota and a combination of what we did this last game against the Commanders. Josh Allen, he's not going to make those stupid passes, but we have to bait him to thinking he has something that he don't have. And that's how we're going to win that game. Oh, he has been solid. Okay, that's what it is. Like he been like I know Jalen Walker has been looking like a beast. And I got my James Pierce jersey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I already had a Walker, of course. So now I got to get a Billy Bowman, and then I got to get a Xavier Watts. And y'all probably seen this right here. I don't know if y'all seen this. Y'all seen this right here? If y'all watched the game, y'all probably saw that. That was your boy right there. That was probably your boy on TV. They was probably showing with that mask on. So if y'all saw this mask anywhere in that stadium on Sunday, that was me. Big facts. It was nice to get a lead built in and close it out. Yeah. See, it was nice to get the lead and just hold it. You know what I'm saying? Cause we had the Commanders. We had the Commanders fans. They were sitting down for a good little minute. When he threw that pick, they was I was like, okay. He said, do we have a stitched version? I think so, but it's like it's that thing like $300, I think. It's not bad. It's like certain jerseys. If I know I get these. And if I get a stitch jersey, bro, I'm really trying to get that thing signed. Or I'm trying to do it's crazy work. Like if I know I'm gonna just wear those, I'm not finna be wearing no stitched ass jersey. Like my Bijan jersey that he signed, I think is one of those. I don't think it's stitched. Like the stitched jerseys are nice. I'm not even gonna cap. They're very high quality, but them things are too. I don't know. It's just certain people I don't know. I ain't really too hard on like if I know I'm wearing the jersey, bro. I get a stitched jersey with the Lochness on the back, real quick. Man, do I have one? I don't have our version, but I do have like my Peyton Manning's on field stitched jersey. They're not bad. They just look high quality, man. It just look they very nice looking, real quick. But y'all have any questions? Like I said, bro, I ain't really want to keep too much of y'all time. It's just I knew our team won. Let's go get this rest. Let's get prepared for this Monday night game. It's gonna be a hard fought battle against Josh Allen them. But even when you look at Josh Allen them, when I looked at a team, looked at their games, it was really the other teams fucking up, bro. Like we just can't go out there. We gotta have one of them games like we had against the Commanders when we ain't really messing up like that. You throwing one pick, okay, having over 300 yards, 2 tuds, and 20 for 26. Yeah, you gotta have another one there. Almost a mistake-free game. And then we gotta do we gotta control the things that we can control. Time of possession, turnover battle. Um, get Josh Allen down. That's another quarterback that run. You're gonna have to get a spy on that one. That guy runs. And there's one thing about Josh Allen, no cap, he will put that team on his back. When he was going against Kansas City, he put that team on his back, although he still took an L. But dude was playing like he wasn't trying to go home. And I think they 4-0 right now. So let's go ahead and make that thing be 4-1. We beat them. I don't want us to. We don't have to stomp them into the ground. We don't have to shut them down. I don't like games like that because that gives us a false sense of confidence. Because we shut Minnesota down, but our offense didn't do nothing. And then came back the next game against Carolina and looked like dog water. So I just feel like I want us to basically win this game. It don't have to look pretty. It don't have to look cute. You don't have to have Bijan twisting and turning, flipping and going and booming. I just need us to get that W. I don't care if it's all field goals. I don't care if we get a safety to get it. I don't care. I just want that dub. I think it's going to be a great game. We're gonna get the win. Yes, we have to spy on him. He will run. Wow. Yeah, dude runs, man. Like, dude will run. Like I said, it's not going to be like an easy win, but the Buffalo, people don't understand. These teams, they used to be trash for a long time before they got to what they got. Detroit, trash for a long time before they got to what they got. That's why people don't understand. I know as Falcons fans, man, we kind of different. They look at us like, man, we used to them losing all the time. No, it's other teams that are worse than us and have been worse than us. Like even last year, we was 8-9. We beat the 7-10 curse. We still showed improvement. Now, and then we the whole Carolina game, I would have thought they would have said, let me put a bug in your ear. You remember when we didn't make it to the playoffs? This the team that prevented us from doing that. What we gonna do about it? And then we go out there and beat the shit out of fucking sorry Carolina. No, we get our ass whooped by one of the sorriest teams in the NFL. And I know Michael Penix had a bad game. Hopefully, in his young starting career, that was the worst it can have. That's it. You got that one out your way, get it out early, and let's go out here and do that. So, best believe this game that we finna play, I don't think it's gonna be a defensive showing. I think our offense is finna blast off. It's gonna be a Green Bay Packer versus the Cowboys, and we ain't trying to get no draw, no tie. Tie, you know what I'm talking about? But still, yeah, I believe it. Absolutely believe we got it. Absolutely believe we got it. He said, wait. He said, Bills are beatable. Aints Endoff is hungry there most of the game. That's what I'm saying. I looked at the games. I'm like, wait a minute. And it wasn't like they couldn't beat them. It was just that they were messing up, doing stupid stuff, and then they just couldn't overcome themselves. Pause that. But yeah, absolutely, the Bills are beatable, man. Any team is beatable. I mean, any given Sunday or Monday. It's taking years, but Terry has built the team right. Something that in the foundation of years to come is keep going this way. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like we got, yeah, our picks today just showing you why we picked them. All of our rookies on the defense is pretty much they in now. It's crazy work. So, anybody have any questions for me before we get up out chill? Let's like I said, we're gonna get this rest. We're gonna, whew, boy. We're gonna get this rest. We're gonna get these players back, AJ Terrell got an extra few days to get ready. You know, yeah, man. D. Alfred and Mike Hughes. Woo. Mm, 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 mm. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see Nick Nash, man. I don't know. I'm ready to see Nick Nash get called on up. So get called on up, man. I just feel like he'll be a good red zone. I think he's one of the ones that go unnoticed. Even Casey Washington, man. Um, he's one of the ones that nobody pay attention to. He got some unbelievable hands too. I give him some props too, man. Casey Washington, bro. I give him some props too. Um, even if we call up Blair, they like I don't know, man. I like to see other people get something. You know, I don't know. I want this because for some reason I want this offense to be so explosive because we have it on our offense, bro. Ladies and gents, I want this offense to be so explosive, man. But it's like they just not allowing my guy to do what Michael Penix does. It pass. If you don't want him to run, if you don't want him to scramble, it's fine. But that's another thing he has to get comfortable doing too. He's at Casey the number 2 for real. I mean, bro got them hands, bro. He's one of them people that he seemed like me. He'll take a pay cut just to stay on the team and make sure we bring, but he still bring value to the room. So he still bring value to the wide receiver room. And I just don't people don't really give him enough credit. But Casey got it, bro. Casey got it. I didn't know his hands was like that. Pause that. But yeah, I need to see put him in the slot. Put him in the slot. And I get it. Put him in the slot. Put a Drake London beside him. Put Kyle Pitts over there to the right. Put Mooney on the outside. But let's talk about it. Mooney is still hurt. Mooney went out the game. Mooney is hurt again. Mooney might be sent down again. Next man up, Casey Washington. They might even blame Blair. They might even run some plays with number 4, Hodge. You know what I'm saying? Because Mooney is hurt again, y'all. And it might just be, he might have to sit down, man. Mooney is hurt again. So, and then he was so worried about, he got a couple of passes, but he was so worried about not getting the players. But the calls that he wanted. But we have some really good players going already. Yeah. That's what I said. Bring up Blair. Bring up Nick Nash, man. Especially, I don't know. I think Blair was just a surefire. He was just, nobody was paying attention to. Nick Nash, he started getting the passes. He missed a couple of passes. But Blair was the surefire. He was getting after it. So Blair before Nick Nash, absolutely. But when it comes to red zone, Nick Nash is one of the people that in his college years, he was a red zone threat. Bringing him in there, Yeah, Chris Blair, absolutely. So, yeah, I would definitely go with Chris Blair. Just trying to get our red zone efficiency up, bro. That red zone efficiency is trash, man. We have to score. If we're gonna play teams like the Bills, we gotta score. We gotta score and definitely keep them from scoring. Allow our defense, I call it the bait and switch. Make him think that he got something there that's not there, and pick his ass off a couple of times. Hit him, get him down. Like they gonna have to spot him because he will take off. If we leave that middle open, they are leaving that middle open for some reason. It's 3rd and 14, and you let Mariota run 15 yards. Can you imagine? Everybody's playing prevent. And if you would have had them dogs up there to confuse him and then send one person on the spy, like Diablo, who almost caught an intercept. Like that Diablo, man, like I said, they almost down, man. We be holding up the middle of the field, but it's like when it's like them third and longs, it's just like we just get laxed. It's like we're gonna play prevent. Let's play off 4 yards, 5 yards, and then we're gonna go into a zone. So that means if they do catch the ball underneath as a check down, they already got 5 yards to catch the ball, 7 if they get lucky, and then they maneuver and then they got the first down. And it's just like, what are we doing? Absolutely. Hit that like, you know what I'm talking about? Share this content, you know, hit that notification bell, you know. And then if you haven't subscribed to the Lochness podcast on YouTube, go ahead and do that. It's road to 500 subs. Like I said, once I get to 500 subs, we're gonna try to figure out a way to I buy somebody a Falcons jersey, man. Play of their choice. Whatever, you know, that's the NFL shop has. I don't want to say. Then you say, hey, I gotta go find a Bartowski or something like that, whatever his name is. And I'm like, I can't find that. Tommy Nobis, was it Nobis? And I can't find that jersey. I want to be like, hey, he's a fraud. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, honestly, like I said, at the end of the day, man, we gonna get this dub. We gonna get this rest. We gonna get our minds clear. We finna let Zach Robinson go to back to the collegiate level, so he can go ahead and be a head coach down that way. And you know, be prepared for this Monday night. I honestly believe I don't like giving out prediction of scores. When I close my eyes, I see 2 numbers. I see 26 and 28. I see 26 and 28. When I close my eyes, I even see a 24 there. 24, 26, 28. So I believe somebody's going to have 26 and somebody's going to have 28. He said, how many? How many what? How many subs I need? How many subs I need? Shoot, bro. I probably need. I haven't even checked. It's probably like at 200, probably. Let's check. I probably need, like, I need to do better. So what I need to start doing, let's see. Let me see. Can I see my stuff, man? Dang, I'm a ways away. I need 300. 386 more subs. I need to do better, y'all. Only I can get that if y'all do better. But yeah, it's gonna be close. Yeah. It's gonna be like I say 26, 28. I even see a 24, like I said, a 24, 28 game. I don't think it's gonna be a defensive game, y'all. I think we gonna have to let our offenses like get to it. Because Buffalo can sometimes run them numbers up. But then again, on a Monday night, we're rested up, coming off a bye week and a win in our home territory. We might can pull off a consistent 2-win streak. 2-win streak. I need y'all to say 2-win streak with me. 1, 2, 3. 2-win streak. So we need a 2-win streak. Win back to back at home. You feel me? But besides that, man, like I said, you can follow me at the Lochness Podcast on YouTube. That's the Lochness Podcast on YouTube. I do appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. It was like a little short show, little small show, something like. Pretty much like we ain't got really. It's not really controversial right now because you know when we lose, everybody want to talk. Everybody hot. When we win, everybody just easy. We relax. You know what I'm talking about? So that's just where we're at right now, where we're feeling like we got a bye week. We get an opportunity to rest our players and bring back players as on the IR. And then we got an opportunity to, let some dead weight go or keep some dead weight. You feel me? Um, I honestly just wish that we make the decision that's best for the team, and we come off in this Monday night game and get this dub. Like I said, I don't really care how it looks. I just need us to have the win. Now, if we beat the brakes off them, then it's gonna shine light and put a microscope in a radar in a target on our backs and having them really dissect our team and then have people like, oh, they think they're here. I am on Twitter, but I don't really go to it. I really don't. I need to do better. I think Locking Sports is on Twitter. Locking Sports is in sports with a Z, LOCH in sports with a Z. Is on Twitter. I need to get back to it. Did have a Facebook. Facebook got hacked, so we deleted Facebook. It wasn't really hacked that too much. I think somebody got into it, but I just deleted Facebook. I'm no longer on Facebook. My IG, I do have IG, but I don't go to it. I go to my music IG before I go to anything else. In my LinkedIn. And my LinkedIn is associated with, the Lochness. So I just keep it on YouTube just to make it simple for everybody. Buffalo game might be a close game, like a playoff game. Don't be surprised, because it's been teams been getting dragged. They've been having 0 points. Like I said, you look at the games around the season, bro. These games have been unorthodox, completely unorthodox. It's just like, what's going on? And then a lot of people get hurt. It's like, what's going on? So don't be surprised if this Josh Allen game, man. We come out, and we beat the brakes off it. It'd be like we'd be like, whoa, it'd be a little bit different because people gonna count us out. They always count us out, and they might, that might light a fire because we know what this team can be. And then, like you said, man, our team is through putting Bijan Mustard on everything. You're just gonna put Bijan Mustard on everything. Oh, you got a tailgate going on. You got some Bijan Mustard. Bijan, put Bijan on it. So until we see and meet again, let's just go ahead and get it done. 500 subscribers. Share this content out. Like this content. Leave a comment. Hey, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Your boy finna go because I am tired. I got so much stuff I got to do. I got so much music I got to do. But at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody for sitting here with me, man. Hey, when you didn't have to, like I said, represent the AFN. Check everybody else out. I'm always good. I'm always going to advocate for anybody doing Falcons content. Go ahead and go subscribe to them. Hit that notification bell for them. Share that content out. And then tell them a lot to send to. Because there's a lot of people I listen to. I like their content. Hell, I want to do some when I invite them to my, invite them to my show. And I go to their show. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I will have a good one. But hey, man, we out here for the brand, the red and black. We bleed red and black. Hey, man, it's all love, man. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Let's end this live. You feel me?